Just another day in the office when Yu-Gi-Oh players are upsetty spaghetti about something this idiotic. We have a couple fields that are still in stock. We have about 15 of the Jib Marine. We have one of the Power of the Ancients left. I believe it's about 20 of each of these two. And then that's it. They're all gone. I'll leave a link down below so you guys can grab yours today. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more else content. Welcome to I Wasn't Ahead of the Game. Or rather, people on the internet told me what to buy. I didn't believe them. Now I'm fuming. Followed by, wow, I can't believe these cards went up in price because this archetype is that good. I've seen it all at this point in time. You know, I made a Shot-Tree-Law top 10 video that you should pick up. I mean, a few people listen in the video. You probably got Psybeast a lot cheaper. Let's talk about the defining problem at this point. One, Yu-Gi-Oh players are complain about anything, all right? Whether or not it be card prices, it's typically going to be the, my favorite argument, oh, I didn't buy it before you did, so now I have to suffer type of mentality. That's a pretty good one. Or the, oh, you bought your copies, how dare you, I wanted to buy those copies, screw you. It's an entire hula hoop gymnastics out here of excuses I've heard. So for those of you that are like, well, Shangri-La archetype, well, Robbie, what? So, Kashtira, whatever, Shatari, however you want to call it for the English pronunciation, is a fantastic new archetype that'll be releasing November next year. Now, that is September, October, November, December, January. That's 5 months in advance that you get to plan ahead to pick up this archetype. That's pretty good, all right? That's usually card prices will sift down about 2 months away, or however close you want to get to it. I would say probably in about 2 months you'll see things calm down as people like, well, they're trying to fire sell, turn over things just to get rid of them because they're like, well, we're getting near this, or, you know, like an announced reprint comes somewhere along the way for something about that. So full disclaimer there, this is a new deck that basically has the ability to blink all of your monster zones. The mirror match is actually quite hilarious, and as soon as people kind of started to figure out a lot of the interactions with this deck, guess what happens, ladies and gentlemen? Buyouts start to occur. People, believe it or not, will pick up cards 5 months in advance. Wow. It's such a weird concept to me that people, when we talk about things that you should pick up or look at in the game, people actually get shocked that I'm talking about things that are, you know, 3, 4, 5 months out, and they're like, I'm not going to spend money to pick these cards up. Well, that's fine. You're welcome to do whatever you want. All right. I'm literally just looking at upcoming things like, hey, you know, we can play Psybeast in a deck like this. It's kind of cool. Gives a deck a normal summon. Gives you the ability to banish something. Is it optimal? Don't know. We're still in the testing phase. It's almost like this deck came out or got announced like 2 weeks ago. All right. You continue on down the line. You see Big Eye. You see Harmonizer. You see Diabolsis. Diabolsis, kind of calm down a little bit. Send about the $4.50 to $5 mark. That's good. Lowest copy of Big Eye, about $4. It's not bad. Harmonizing Gradle, or Harmonizer, you don't even need a copy of it, to be honest with you. You can play without it. It's like $7. Alright, like if you're complaining about those prices, it's a wild ride. When I look at like these people that are getting upset about, you know, future card prices, it's always like the same thing to me. It's like you're just mad that you couldn't pick up the stuff ahead of time, and somebody else is going to comment on this and be like, oh, Robbie just bought out every copy of, you know, Psybeast on the market. No, I didn't. I bought 3. The first time through, I saw the archetype playing it with Tomahawk in the OCG. I was like, you know, we don't have Tomahawk, but I like the interaction point here with Psybeast with the deck. Maybe there's something here for it. That's how far back. This is way before the new support got announced, all right? I usually look at a lot of, like, OCG decks and a lot of their interactions, and I usually use my judgment to pick up something, all right? If I think it's cool, I usually would talk about it on a video. Swords of Concealing Light was a pretty cool one as well. But right now, everybody's just pointing, going, oh my god, like, oh, this is so unfair. No, it's not. All right, like the point of me making this video is I'm surprised Pikachu facing at the amount of surprised Pikachu faces that are out there right now. Like 2 seconds of reading some cards, going on Dueling Book, typing in, Psychic, kind of looking around some of the card pool. I understand that Yu-Gi-Oh players can't read sometimes. I get that. All jokes aside, I mean, our community is one of the most notorious ones. Our competitive player base, they don't read. You've seen how much I lack in the knowledge department of reading. I'm actually surprised to have learned that, Psybeast is only on normal summon. No, that's actually, I knew that already. Psybeast not being able to work on E-Telly was ingenious, and it was very smart of them, alright? Things could have got way more out of hand there than that. Now, you know what's going to amaze me even more? This video is going to age beautifully, because you can come back and watch this video. There's going to be people in 4 to 5 months that are going to roll up to their first regional, seeing the, Kashtira deck, or Shangri-La, Shatari, whatever you want to call it. I think the English name is Kashtira, or something like that, or Ashatira if you don't pronounce the K. But anyway, there are going to be people that are going to roll up to a regional, and they're going to get mad because they're going to play against this deck for the first time. They had 5 months in time to gather knowledge on this deck. And I understand that a lot of people don't like to read in advance to learn things. That's perfectly fine. But when somebody rolls up to a regional week 1, week 2, it's already got the formulae figured out for this deck, and you're like, I can't believe a Konami would allow this deck to exist. There's going to be at least 4 to 5 people in the room that are going to be like, bro, we've known about this deck for like 5 months. Why are you getting upsetty spaghetti? He's going to be like, this is still BS. I've seen this happen. All right, like, people genuinely get, like, literally surprised. I remember seeing it with a very basic Zodiac. That, like, oh my god, the Zodiac engine is so busted. I can't believe Konami make this. And it's like, we've known about the Zodiac engine for literal months. Like, what do you mean? Like, this is the knowledge about staying ahead on the OCG game that actually rewards you. All right, that's one of the things, like, I always like looking at with this channel, is what happens in the future metagames. When they release these future cards, one, you got to check the box, is this going to be good? And the second box is, okay, well, if this is going to be good, is there some other, legacy support that already exists within the game that can actually interact with this? Another classic example here is the level 7 Thunder guy that can special summon itself. A lot of people are like, well, you don't have to play Psybeast. That's true. You don't have to, alright? We don't know what the optimal build's going to be, months down the line here, because where my ban list at, Konami? And then to top things off, you never know what other new cards that Konami's going to release. That's like one cool thing about like all these cool new archetypes and things that are coming down the pipeline here, is you never know when the line in the sand is going to be drawn to see what'll be good. I mean, they could very well give us the most busted rank 7 in that set, but considering what I've seen from the deck right now in terms of like your extra deck resources, you have so much room in the deck that you can just kind of mess around with and put in like bad cards, like Big Eye, for example, something that, might not come up in every match, might only come up 1 in every 10 matches. But you have the room to afford for a resource like that. Maybe you want to play some Pot of Prosperities to, offset the ability. Oh, you banished your Big Eye. Okay, well, it's a resource I didn't think I was going to need this game, so we went ahead, It's little things like that that kind of open up the door for different paths of play. So, all things considered, ladies and gentlemen, right now, I'm dumbfounded that the community is upset that buyouts are happening around these cards. Things will calm down, alright? Like, if you get in on the initial level for early pickups, things always will crash down to a lower point because people don't want to actually hold. They'll get like 2-3 months into a wait, and they'll be like, alright, time to do this. Or, this deck comes out month and a half, 2 months, they click and they're like, okay, now is the time to unload this. Patience is a very good thing. Once again, people being upset because how dare you pick up your playset, forcing me to spend more money. Hello, welcome to Economics 101. It's literally an open marketplace. There's nothing stopping me from going and buying a playset of cards that I need to want to mess around with to proxy up this deck and mess around with it for future videos. Nothing stopping me from doing that. Sorry that I happen to be the one to be like, hey, I bought a playset of those, and now you're like, oh my god, bad Imcol 40. Here's to hoping that whatever build of the new Shangri-La deck that comes out, you'll be able to build, hopefully. Please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.